Ladies and gentlemen, it's a good day for an atheist debunking. The Lord is shining His light down on me. Like, yeah, go get Him. So, I've decided to take this channel in a new direction. I'm actually going to be making reply videos, which I didn't want to do because it kind of seems like, everyone's doing them. But, nonetheless, here we go. Today we're going to be replying to a video by Godless Cranium, who is replying to a video by a YouTube channel called No Bullshit. Now, I actually know No Bullshit's channel. I tune in every now and again. Let me be the first to admit, No Bullshit exaggerates. He generalizes statements, but mostly the main point of his videos are on par. Now, Godless Cranium, you may be shocked that I'm talking about. I don't usually address him. It's either Professor Stick This or Holy Kool-Aid That on my YouTube videos. But that's because I never actually really watched Godless Cranium. I watched like one video and I thought, this is nothing really impressive. But alas, I needed something to reply to, so I actually revisited his channel and I found this video. One of the reasons I don't like Godless Cranium is because he drags on forever. For example, his video, it's in the description, you can watch it. Torture yourself, bore yourself to death with it all you want. But his video is about 12 minutes long and I'm going to be using less than 2 minutes of his video's footage. Because he just really drug it out to 10 minutes there. So I'm going to play the clip. Here is the clip. Enjoy if you can.
Yeah, trying to stop people from attaining equal rights is disrespectful and mean.
Pastor Chad Veach previously told the New York Times he modeled Zoe Church after Hillsong, which is popular among celebrities including Justin Bieber. Senior pastor Brian Houston at Hillsong previously said in a 2015 statement that the church does not affirm a gay lifestyle. We do not affirm a gay lifestyle, and because of this, we do not knowingly have actively gay people in positions of leadership, either paid or unpaid. He said in a post on the church's website, "I recognize this statement alone is upsetting to people on both sides of this discussion, which points to the complexity of the issue for churches all over the world."
Seems pretty cut and dry to me. He discriminates against the LGBT community and doesn't allow them to attain leadership positions. That's more than enough reason to call someone out who supports the institution in question.
He said that he loves and accepts people on a personal level. Everyone is welcome at Hillsong Church except for known predators, those who are disruptive, and those who have adversarial agendas. He said, adding that gay people are welcome at the church but cannot pursue a leadership role. Well, that doesn't really sound so bad to me. Ellen Page makes it sound like the church is beating up gay people in the streets, but no, they just prefer to have straight people in leadership roles. Nothing really wrong with that either.
Yeah, nothing really wrong with discrimination, as long as you don't beat them up in the streets. It's perfectly fine to prevent them from attaining leadership roles. What, guys? It's just a preference for straight people.
First off, you're welcome for cutting that video off where I did, because if I had let that video go on for 1 second longer, you would have bear witness to one of the most overly dramatic F-bombs in the history of YouTube. But ultimately, I think we can see that Godless Cranium is accusing No Bullshit of discriminating against members of the LGBTQ, RS, TUV, WX, Y, and Z community. So does this really count as discrimination? Well, no, and there's 2 reasons for this. One is it's kind of like when you call the ban on transgenders in the military an attack on trans rights. First off, serving in the military is not a right, therefore it is not an infringement on trans rights. But ultimately because it's a conflict of interest. Listen, we understand you suffer from a mental disorder that society has normalized, therefore you think you should embrace it instead of solving it. However, the military doesn't really want to put up with that at the moment. So, no. Ultimately, it's a conflict of interest. It'd be like if you found out that the Joker was running Arkham Asylum. Who put that guy there? well, he was born this way, he was born this way, and we couldn't turn him down for the position of running a psych ward, even though he is clearly not somebody we would want running a psych ward, because that's discrimination. No. Huge conflict of interest. I hope to God people in California don't use Godless Cranium's logic, or else I think I just found out how your fires are getting started. You guys probably have a freaking pyromaniac running the fire department, don't you? Ultimately, we know, even though you can find some useful idiots out there who will try to say otherwise, we know that Christianity does not allow for, members of the LGBTQRSTUV community. And if you still think that this is discrimination, let me simply turn the question here. Let's say I wanted to apply for a leadership role in some type of atheist organization. They made the smart decision of getting rid of Aaron Ra, so I guess that means I can try to become the new head of some atheist organization. Something tells me that as soon as I talk about how I'm a Christian, how I believe in spreading the gospel, talking about the wonderful ways of Jesus Christ, something tells me I'm going to be at a severe disadvantage for getting that leadership position. Is this discriminatory? Can't talk this morning. Is this discriminating against Christians? No, it's actually what I would like to call common sense. If you're not fit for the role, you don't get the role. So ultimately, no, I do not believe this to be discrimination because it's a conflict of interest. It'd be like, imagine if, you know how in the Quran it calls Jews and Christians the worst of all creatures? Now imagine if I sat there and said to myself, I'm going to go pursue a leadership role in a mosque. Just doesn't make sense. I'm not even sure why you would want to do that. Ultimately, however, the second reason is because leading LGBTQ, RSTUV, WXY, and Z lifestyle, you've probably seen, unless this is your first time to the channel, in which case, welcome. I hope you enjoy your stay. You've seen my video entitled My Criticism of Same-Sex Marriage, which covered a lot more than same-sex marriage. Ultimately, the fact you were born that way is not an excuse to say that people have to be accepting of it. It's like someone who was born with a genetic deformity, only instead of being gay, which I believe is how they say, gays are born that way, now they're born with a genetic deformity to abuse alcohol. I technically have a genetic deformity because mental illness runs in my family. However, and I get some side effects from that, which I certainly have suffered through at other points in my life. That doesn't mean now that because I'm born that way, that is my green light to go ahead and use that as an excuse for why people have to accept me and how I shouldn't be looked down upon by that. Going back to that alcohol abuse genetic disorder, like I said, go back if you need to and watch my video on my criticism of same-sex marriage. It's all explained right there. It's not exactly the best way to be. I do not believe that anybody who is experiencing same-sex attraction or anything, or especially transgenderism, should be embracing that. And for more information on that, you can go check out my other video. At the end of the day, you can be like, someone who's an alcohol addict. You can simply choose not to address the problem and admit that you have a problem. In fact, deny that you have a problem. But don't get mad at the rest of society when we don't play along with your game of make-believe wellness. It's not discrimination. It's common sense. Having said that, genetically modified, wrong one, Godless Cranium, in the off chance that you are watching this video, you may think this is a pun, but I've been asking this for quite a while. Do you want to tell me some more BS?